Hi, this is Digital Byte Computing. I'm going to show you how to add a iSCSI drive or storage using your Netgear ReadyNAS device and then share it with Windows or VMware. Okay, so I'm doing this on a 314 ReadyNAS, but the process is similar across the ReadyNAS fleet. So we just go into iSCSI. Okay, firstly log in, of course, log into your profile, log in as a admin, go into iSCSI. You'll see in there currently we've got no assigned LUNs. So what a LUN is, if I expand that, a LUN is essentially a bit of storage from your NAS device that we are going to assign to a device so that it sees it as an actual hard drive, as actually separate external storage. Okay, so what we want to do is you want to click on New LUN. Okay, now we're going to give this LUN a name, so let's just call it for now test LUN. This is a test LUN. Okay, for the description, we'll leave this as is. We shouldn't need compression unless you're really low on space, but then it has to be thin provisioning, which we'll go over in a second. Snapshotting, do you ever want it to get backed up? We're going to say we want it backed up weekly. And whether if it's thick or thin. So thick, we're going to say we want it to be 20 gig, and that's what it's going to be, 20 gig, and that's how much we're assigning to it. Or thin, we're saying we want it also to be 20 gig, but we're only going to give it 1 gig, and then as it fills up, we're going to give it all extra space, so the drive will grow essentially until it hits 20 gig. So we're just going to give it a full 20 gig from the very start. 20 gig. And create. So that will create the LUN. The next thing we want to do is we want to add that LUN into a group. Okay, so what you can do is you can create multiple LUNs in here, which will appear as multiple hard drives or multiple storage on a device. So then we say new group, and we'll call it test group. Okay, and then we're going to click on the test LUN that we created, and we're assigning it to a group, which in our case is going to be test group, and apply. Okay, you'll see that we've got here a target. This is essentially a IQN number, so it's going to be unique to this group. So if we select it and we click on settings, okay, that's the LUN settings. We want to select test group and go into properties to edit the properties of the group. Now here you'll see that there's a target IQN number. So this is essentially a unique number that once we've set this up, it'll broadcast onto your network, and other devices that have got iSCSI cards. So for example, on Windows, an iSCSI initiator, or in VMware, you can actually add an iSCSI storage adapter to actually detect iSCSI storage. As long as everything's on your network, it should pick it up automatically. You can also create what's called CHAP authentication if you want to go in and actually give it further authentication. We're not going to go over that for now. So allow initiator, we're going to say any. So we want all to go through and apply. And that's really it. So we've now created that iSCSI LUN, and we've assigned it to a group. And now we're going to go and detect it on our device. So let's add that iSCSI LUN that we created on the ReadyNAS into vSphere. So we've logged into vSphere, and we're going to go into the host configuration storage adapter. So you can do this on vCenter as well, or via vSphere, connecting directly to the host. So first thing we want to do is we want to get the adapter working. Okay, so we're going to go into properties. Okay, we've got a few options here. We're going to do a dynamic discovery. Okay, so in dynamic discovery, we're going to go add, and we're going to add the IP address of the ReadyNAS. Leave the port as default unless you've changed that. And then you'll see there we've got the CHAP authentication if you selected that on the ReadyNAS side. Let's say OK. Okay, that has now added it. So we're going to say close. Yes, now I'm going to ask you if you want to rescan the host bus adapters. We're going to say yes. You can do it manually by selecting rescan all. So we'll go ahead and click on yes. So you'll see that that is now detected a device on here, and it's detected it as 20 gig, which is the size that we assigned to it. So if we now go back into storage, the storage tab, we've got a few devices already in there. All right, so we've got the two NAS NFS shares, and then just the local storage there as well. We're now going to go add storage. We're going to select disk LUN. Okay, so this is going to be used for fiber channel, for iSCSI, for local iSCSI, or mount an existing VMFS volume. So we're selecting this. We're going to use iSCSI. Next. Now, because we've created it in the adapter, it's found it, it should list in here automatically. If it hasn't, go back and just double check that you've done all the steps correctly. Select it 20 gig. Next. We're going to use VMFS version 5, okay, such as 2 terabyte plus support. So if you select version 3, you're not going to be able to have anything bigger than 2 terabytes. Next. Next. What name should we give it? Let's go test LUN. Maximum available, we're going to use the whole space. You can actually customize it. So I can say 10, for example, and then later on go and expand it, knowing that I've got 20 available to add to my my storage there. Maximum. Next. Finish. And that's it. So now that's added it as a Datastore, test underscore LUN 20 gig. And now that's available to be used and add VMs to it. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, Digital Byte Computing, for a whole bunch of more videos. Thanks for watching.